Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Crusader Kings 3, Wards and Wardens. So in today's episode, we're going to be finally having that grand wedding, if we can get it done before the Queen of France here dies, because she is in poor health. She has an aggravated wound, and also she's obese, which gives a significant health penalty. And so we need to get married to her and ensure that our son gives us a grandchild before she dies, and maybe she'll recover from it. But remember, our father also died from an aggravated wound. Now, he did have some other health issues as well, but yeah, there's always a chance that she'll die before we can have a grandchild here. And if that happens, then it would result in that former dynasty taking over. So this is the father of that king. Yeah, we're going to be doing this grand wedding in today's episode. You'll also see that I did arrange an alliance here with our son, since he has those titles over there now. And also, if you guys recall, we recruited this guy. He's now our knight. So we'll have a probably top tier knight here who might actually be able to become, we'll take a look real quick. Although I don't know if we actually want to place anybody in these successor positions. Yeah, he can become this one here. Can he do the other one as well? We should probably just pick one of them. Well, he can only do one anyways. How old is that character? Just take a look. What his age was. He's 41. So by the time he succeeds, he might not be very good anyways. Yeah, I feel like we should only choose one of these knightly positions to keep, so we can try and make use of that new accolade that we have, now that we got that dynasty legacy. So the first of our wedding events is a misstep. This was the queen. She's stuttering during the vows, severely mispronouncing her spouse's name. Okay, I didn't think that Gerard would be such a difficult name for her to pronounce, but apparently it is. She's got a nasty scar down her face, doesn't she? So we can say, I can still salvage the situation. This is a diplomacy challenge. Or we can say, let's move on. Well, we're probably not going to succeed at this. Yeah, very unlikely to succeed. I think we'll just say, let's move on. She'll be disappointed. But apparently as a callous character, that's what we want to do. And we discovered somebody's secret here. This is actually our court tutor and court physician. Don't tell me that he was sleeping with my daughter. Just take a look here. No. Okay. Remember our daughter, she got pregnant before she was supposed to get married. And it looks like that's not the case. I really don't have any problem with him being with this woman, honestly. I mean, who is she? Let me just take a look here. She got a husband or something? She doesn't. Maybe you just arrange for them to get married. Is she in her court? I have to keep on popping in here. She is, so why don't you just arrange for them to get married? They don't need to be secret lovers. No. Though I'm not seeing that as an option. Maybe we need to reset to default here. Okay, so not able to arrange a marriage between them that way. Maybe if I select her, that'd be an option. Probably not, though. Yeah, I don't think so. We can take a look. Oh, it is an option. Yeah, they can get married together. Why not? I'm absolutely fine with that. Let them be happy together. Although maybe as a callous character, we wouldn't want to see them being happy. I don't know. I feel like it's natural, though, if they're going to be together. They should get married. Alright, so religious complaints. So the Pope has decided to come to the wedding here, and now he's complaining. And so we can say, I am ashamed of myself. Guards accompany the killjoy to the door, or I'll pretend I didn't hear anything. Well, I don't think we'd say I am ashamed of myself. Honestly, as a brave character, I think we'd stand up to the Pope, but that's not really an option. I don't think we'd accompany him out. He is the Pope after all. We're not stupid. So I don't think we'd do that. Yeah, there's no other option here. And I don't think we're angry. We might do this if we were angry about it, but I don't think he's upset. So I think we'll just pretend I didn't hear anything. Just ignore him. Now, if he keeps, complaining during the ceremony, ruining the wedding, then maybe we would finally get angry at him. So next event is the Who's Next. This is part of our matchmaking for the young Duke here, our nephew. And so is it going to be the same option here? It looks like it. Yeah, I think they just pick a random person that's going to the ceremony. And then they just stick with that one character and they never pull up anybody else, which is unfortunate because if it's a bad option, then you don't get any other choices. She's not the most horrible option, so I think we'll go ahead and let this happen, because he's 17. He's not that old, and I'm sure he'll arrange a marriage for himself eventually. But yeah, let's not wait for it. And she's a fine pick. There might be better options, but yeah, I don't think he's gonna pick a better option. I mean, maybe. Yeah, we'll go and work towards arranging this marriage here. So we can say, why don't you follow their example? This is only a 46% chance of success because it's a diplomacy challenge. We can instead push him towards talking to her. This is an intrigue challenge, so we're much more likely to be successful, and probably the way we'd go, since we're an intrigue guy. We are brave, and so maybe you don't want to do it that way, but I think we'd take the stress and go with the intrigue, since that's generally how we approach things. And it seems it was successful, so they're now betrothed. So they'll probably get married soon, if not right away, actually, because they don't have to do like grand wedding, so they don't have to do an event or anything. And now we got the wedding ceremony, so they are finally married. Excellent. So let's hope they work on having children tonight, the night of the ceremony. We got an event here about exotic food. I have a feeling like this is one of those events that's just trying to kill us, just because of the coloring here, and I don't know. I was getting that feeling like you're gonna try exotic food and you're gonna eat something that kills you. But if you just go with this one, you get a nice little bonus here. A huge boost to your health for 5 years, so that's nice. The variation I have right here is just fine. And then also we got the wedding banquet starting up here. So remember, when it comes to money, you see we got 444, but I think we're going to save this money to try and create an imperial title, which, remember, we need 1,200 gold. So quite a bit. We have the prestige. We do not have the piety. I think it's like 700 piety or something like that. And so we might end up having to wait on the piety. We'll have to see if we can get some events or something that might increase piety. There's different things we can do to work on piety as well. So shimmering, shining, fine sculptures, exotic tapestries, strange foreign flowers arrangements, more festoon the banquet hall. A veritable feast for the eyes. Near my seat, both Pope Clemens and the Prince Bishop Gottfried share their opinions on the decorations. Now this is what I was expecting, booms Clemens. A venue fit for a truly grand wedding. I'm not sure, Gottfried sniffs. Doesn't it all feel like it's distracting a little from the ceremony? And so we say, I picked many of the decorations myself, Clemens. This is 100 learning lifestyle experience points we'll gain, and closer to forming a friendship with the Pope as well. Or you say, Gottfried is right, it's just not what I had in mind. Get the opposite effects, or don't get involved here. I would say we'd probably express our mind here. We did pick many of the decorations ourselves. He is not doing well. He's ill and wounded, and he's an older guy here. This is not the guy who controls our actual taxes, though. That's this Prince Bishop here. So obviously the Pope is the better option, and it's the one I was going to go with anyways. So I'll pick that. Seems there was a fight between these two characters. Our doctor, oh, that's our executioner. Our doctor treated them and gained some experience. Excellent. He's doing pretty good, moving towards level 2 here. The event here is Heavenly Delights. Oh, what kind of food is this? So rich in flavor. Never before have I seen or tasted such an incredible exotic treat. Oh, and these wonderfully strange, lavish sweets. This feast has some incredible dishes I've never seen before, and I doubt I will again. I must ask for the source. You'd think we'd know the source, considering the fact that we are the ones who paid for all this. And I think this is because of the full funding for the food. That's why we keep getting these food events here. This is a nice health boost. But yeah, we've seen that that's one of the things you get from the better food, is it really helps with the health. So helping reduce some of our stress here that we gained from that one event. And it seems everybody else is losing stress as well. Everybody's having a good time. So sight, taste, touch, smell, even sound. No human sense is left untouched by the scale and grandeur of the evening's food. A fabulous melee of art and fare. Near my seat, both Duke Gonzelin and King Stanislav share their opinions about the spread. Seems our nephew is enjoying the meal, while the King of Croatia is not. Well, we're gonna go with this option. I picked the main dishes personally. Prove opinion with him. So it seems you get one of these events for each part of the wedding. So the food, the entertainment, and the venue. It's basically one character's happy about it, another character's not. And we're not really doing this based on the character that's happy. Instead, we're basing it entirely off of the fact that we are the ones who threw this wedding, and therefore we're going to just go with whatever character's happy with it. And so in this case, it's the King of Denmark over the Pope. So we're glad that he's enjoying it, and also our executioner just died. He died from being gout-ridden. Okay, so if you guys recall, he was that one who used to be one of our knight accolades, and then he talked smack about us. So we put him in prison and then made him our executioner. And he was a one-legged knight here. And unfortunately, he has died. And another thing, every feast, there's always every single feast, one long-winded, ill-born pissant, cornering people who just will not be silent. Okay, so we've seen this event before. This is Hothvina. Recall her from somewhere. Yeah, maybe not, but she looks familiar to me. But we can gently exit the conversation. It's a diplomacy challenge which we'll likely not succeed in. Now, she'll get opinion increase of us, but we'll gain some stress because of callous and wrathful. I don't think we're the type of person to gently exit the conversation. Instead, we can say, by all the denizens of hell, will you cease this prattle? That's definitely what our character probably would want to do. Gain some prestige. Instead, go with an intrigue challenge. 57% chance we actually increase our intrigue. Or you could say grin and bear it, which I don't think we'd do that one. I feel like we'd probably get angry. I would like to try and get the intrigue challenge, but because yeah, getting that point would be nice. I think this is probably the most fitting for us. So we'll go with that. And the Serene Doge of Venice has given us 45 gold as well as a royal gift. So that's helpful as we're trying to earn that 1200. And now we're being called for a speech here. So we can praise the happy couple as expected, praise the party, or say something sweet. Well, we probably wouldn't do that one. I think we'll do this one, praise the happy couple. And somebody vomited on us. It was our daughter, Yetta. Of course it was her. She really is turning out to be a great character, isn't she? Went and got herself pregnant. Still don't know who the lover is, but yeah, got pregnant before she got married. And now she's really drinking too much and is throwing up all over us. I think in this case we would say you ought to be ashamed of yourself. We are not proud of our daughter and what she's becoming. Now this does result in some stress because we're an eager reveler. But yeah, I think it fits the best for our character here. So this is the event that you get all the time in these feasts. And we're going to go with good folk to mingle with here and get the increased opinion. And the wedding night starts. Also, we got an intrigue perk, so I'll have to take a look at that here in a minute. But first we'll do the event, a meeting of houses. So with the newlyweds retired for the evening, the braziers are lit, the flagons are filled, and the musicians rallied for festivities long into the night. Hours later, I find myself looking hazily down my goblet at Escalarmonde. Yeah, it's a sister of the bride. So she is married to this Raymond of Normandy character. Okay. She's almost choked on her wine. And she says, you know, I wasn't sure about your Lorraine sort, but you are all right. So we can say, this reminds me I need your opinion. This is a chance to increase either stewardship or learning. Instead, call for more ale. Try and become friends with her. Or intrigue challenge to try and have a more intimate relationship with her. Well, I think you can kind of go with any of these. There's nothing in our personality traits that might say we'd... I mean, maybe not this one, as a callous character. No, might try and sleep with her tonight. We do have a lover with our wife. Could do this one. We are eager reveler. Yeah, there's no reason not to go with this one to get the increased skill here. You know, you always want to increase your skills. And so we can take a look at which one we'll get. Well, we gotta keep this paused too because we need to pick an intrigue perk. So just see where we're at on stewardship and learning. We're currently at 10 on the stewardship and 9 at the learning. And, oh, it tells you here. We actually increased our stewardship. She increased her intrigue. So yeah, we'll see that go up to 11. Alright, excellent. Let's go and get this perk selected. Because we're going to be getting the dread gain per tyranny, which we definitely have tyranny. We'll take a look and see just how high that tyranny currently is. See how much of a bonus we're going to be getting. We're at 13 currently. And so we'll see that impact our tyranny here. Or excuse me, impact our dread. And our brother Magnus died. What did he die from? He choked on his food. So wasn't that the way our character was supposed to go? It almost got him. Apparently, that just runs in our family. We can't eat without killing ourselves. And so that means his son now holds 2 duchies. Because he'll have Luxembourg and Alsace. And is now probably the most powerful duke in our realm outside of Duke Arnulf here. Maybe not as powerful as the Duke Drogo as well. But he's definitely going to be a powerful vassal. And so we might want to give him a position. He looks like he'd be a very good marshal, honestly. We'll take a look at that in a little bit. Let's get this wedding done with here, because we're at the conclusion. And we'll have to take a look and see how it went for them, if they're like lovers. So we can buy a gift for our wife here. This is nice because it increases fertility. She is 40 though, so unlikely to have any more children. Still could. Yeah, probably not. We're just going to have this whole litter of daughters here. We had 1 boy out of 8 children. Seemed quite unlikely, but yeah, definitely happened. As we can say, the gift to my company is bright enough because we do not need to spend any more money, guys. We have something we are saving up for right now. Now, we can ask our head of faithful for gold, but remember that costs piety, and that's probably going to be the bigger issue here. Although piety has gone up, likely due to that wedding. But still, I think piety is going to take longer to build than money would, so we're not going to ask our head of faith for gold. But we can now ask for these characters to become our vassals. That's one nice bonus from the grand wedding, is that we increased opinion with everybody, and also got some other bonuses like the grandeur and stuff. And so now we can do normal feudal obligations for the Duchess of Lombardy, which is what we were waiting for, because she's a powerful duchess, and therefore we wanted as much tax as we could get here. Now, Provence is also willing to become our vassal, though with him you'd have to do the low feudal obligations. And probably not going to get much better than this with the opinion, guys. Yeah, it's already at 88, so what else are you going to get it from? You've seen that he has not been willing to join at any other time. This character will want to have him become our vassal. Same thing here with Tuscany. Like, this is a very powerful character here. Obviously, you want the full feudal obligations, but I don't think it's going to get much better. Well, with this character, you might be able to do it if you're his rightful liege, where you increase his opinion a bit more. Who are we currently working on? Still the Prince Bishop. I think we might wait on him. Let me just take a look at Provence, though. I mean, he's actually more likely to accept, but again, his problem is that his opinion's already very high. And we're not going to be his rightful liege anytime soon, where we could become the King of Italy. That's not impossible. Yeah, I don't see what else you could do to get his opinion up. Because, yeah, we're not going to be his rightful liege. Because he is within the Kingdom of Burgundy. Which I don't think we're even remotely close to getting. Yeah, definitely not going to get that. Nor are we going to be the Empire of Francia. So, yeah, I don't think that's going to be an option either. And so, therefore, I think the best you're going to get here is the low feudal obligations. And so we'll send that off. But with Tuscany, I think we can do better. So we're going to wait on that one. But you can see we just continue to increase our power. I mean, say what you want about Gerhard II, the Impaler, but I think he's been an incredibly impressive ruler. Sure, he rules, you know, with an iron hand, iron fist. He rules through dread. But yeah, I think he's been a great ruler. I mean, look at all that he's accomplished. Very impressive, in my opinion. And it looks like we're having a drink with our nephew here. We have something in common. Can we truly become friends? I feel like we can. Despite the fact that we're significantly older than him. We've done nothing but tried to help him succeed in life. And so we become friends with our nephew. Excellent. And also, most importantly, we now finally gotten Lombardy into our empire. All right, fantastic. I was thinking we were going to have to wait until our nephew's inherited here, but apparently not. Lombardy is now in to the empire. Now, with all these new vassals, we also got Provence as well. So look at that. I'm wondering what's going on with Piedmont here. Like, why is he not willing? He is willing now with the low feudal obligations. So we could bring him in. His opinion's also very high, and probably not gonna be able to change the situation up here. Well, he is in the Kingdom of Italy. So if we form this kingdom, which we're very close to doing, we just need one more county here, and then we'll be able to, declare ourselves to be his rightful liege, and he'll be far more likely to accept. So kind of same deal with Tuscany here. You could wait. Tuscany's a bit of a different situation because you also have the opinion increase, but he's also much closer to the normal feudal obligation, so I think we're going to wait on him for a little bit longer too. Yeah, let's just wait. Be patient here, because we could actually declare some wars to allow us to create these kingdoms. But I kind of want to become the emperor first before we create any more kingdoms. I know it would be easier to create the kingdoms. But yeah, if we took a look, we want to go into the decisions here. And exactly what we need here to found a new empire. Oh, we only need 600 piety. I was thinking we needed 700. Okay, so we already have the piety now. We obviously have the prestige, and so it's just the 1200 gold. That's all we need, guys. And look at how much we're earning per month right now. So I think we can get there. I really believe that this is the time to do it. Out of all of our characters, this should be the character who we, form the empire with. Everything that he's achieved in his life. Very impressive. Which, if you guys recall those events we got about us not living up to our father, I think we've far surpassed our father at this point. And that's why they really got to wait until the character gets a bit older. I mean, in your 20s, you're not going to achieve what your father achieved in his whole life. It really needs to give you a bit more time, I feel. Somebody in the comments stated that as well. So we need to see what's happened with our powerful vassals. So these guys are still powerful vassals here. Who's the new one? And nothing has changed. Well, that's interesting. Outside of Lombardy, she's now become a powerful vassal, and she would be a really good steward. I like to give her this position. Yeah, I'd like to give her that position, but what would we do with him, though? Could just wait till he dies. He's near death. That'd probably be for the best, guys. Of course, his son then takes over, and I assume he'll be a powerful vassal as well, because he'll actually have more land than his father. And he would make a good chancellor. But then where do you move Arnulf to? Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. So we'll wait until his death. That'd be sad to see the Duke of Flanders go. He served us quite well over these many years. So we're comfortably soaking at the bathhouse, just getting some well-deserved downtime. When we hear this Count Thierry talking smack about us and our manly bits. I barely know him and I already feel like I hate him. How dare he ridicule me in public? I will not forget this light. So we can say he'll pay for this and he becomes our rival. I want him dead now. This will create a murder scheme. I'm probably overreacting. No, we're not overreacting. How dare he talk smack about us. So we can try and kill him. I mean, it makes sense to become a rival and then try and kill him. I don't know what bonus you get here for doing this. Yeah, he will pay for this. So we're going to say that. And then we'll pause this here because we're going to be, I guess we're going to try and kill him, right? Might as well. It seems we have a couple different rivals here. I'm not entirely sure how she became a rival. As a Lowborn character? I don't even know who this is. How are we a rival with someone we don't even know who they are? Does it say here? A lot of times it does. Yeah, we undermine each other while serving in Emperor Gerard's court. Oh, okay, so this was... She's been a rival for a long time, apparently. And I just never noticed. Because this was before we played as this character. Interesting. And nothing ever become of that. Because she's lowborn, not really anybody important. Yeah, let's go and deal with this character, guys. We don't have any schemes going either. So that's another thing we need to take care of. We're going to start this one up. And a good chance of it being successful right from the start. And then I guess we want to go back to kidnapping. Or actually, well, we don't want to spend the money for that. One thing I want to do is fabricate hooks on these characters who have the low taxes, so she has normal taxes. But you know, the characters that we brought in, like Provence here, who have the lower taxes. So what you can do is fabricate a hook. But from my understanding, this will still cost money, right? I haven't done this in a while, so I might be wrong. But yeah, I believe this costs money. And so that's the reason why I've been hesitant to do so, because we needed money for other things. But yeah, if you got the hook on him this way, then you could change his contract. Feels like abducting is best. I know it results in an opinion penalty, but you get opinion penalties regardless of what you're doing, even if you're fabricating hooks. And that costs money, so you're spending money to make money. Yeah, we don't have to be kidnapping all of our characters. We could just make money from kidnapping some foreigners. Only problem here, of course, is that we don't have high rates of success often. Well, this is our brother-in-law. We probably won't kidnap him. Look at the King of Wales here and see what chance we got here. And it's got to go through England. Somebody wanted to take a look at what was going on in England. I don't think anything like incredibly interesting is happening here. You still have the Normandy dynasty here, though they have created a separate house. So they branched off. But other than that, I mean, yeah, there's not really much else going on here of note outside of, there's still Norwegians ruling. They are ruling underneath the king. But yeah, not really much to note here. Duchies are a bit different than they were historically, but this is the highest chance we've had so far with the Duchess of Kent, but yeah, it's still a little bit low. So yeah, just not high chances of abducting these characters. Did we already abduct? Oh, okay, that's the same guy. He rules all this. I didn't notice that. King Malcolm here in Scotland. I think we looked at him before and it's pretty low chance. Well, here we go. We got a Duchess in Spain. We got a good chance to abduct. So for this assassination attempt, we got that map event, and we can explore the plains ourselves since we're a hunter, and I guess that's what we'll do. No risk of that causing problems with it. And Berta, our daughter, has come of age. Now remember, we want her to join the church. She's probably highly likely to do so now that she got the mastermind philosopher and these really good traits, which is the reason why we gave her to our sister, so she'd get these traits that are good for the church, like chaste. And so I don't think she'd have any problem taking the vows. The problem here, of course, is that it's 350 piety, and we need to save our piety. And so therefore, we're going to have to wait to do that. Just can't spend the piety on it right now. And our counselor finally died here, the Duke of Flanders. So he served us a long time, and he did a fantastic job that has resulted in his son now taking over his duchy, and now he's going to be a very powerful vassal. And so now we got to rearrange our court here. So basically, we need to place the Duchess of Lombardy here, our sister-in-law, in as our steward, because she did a great job at that. And then we need to figure out what to do here for the marshal position. Who would be best at that position? You could put the new duke here. I guess he's not new duke, he's already a duke, but new Duke of Flanders. So I could put him into here, but he'd do much better at Chancellor, and he has level 8 Marshal too, so it'd be better to move Duke Arnulf, who's known as the Courageous, moving him over to the Marshal position. So we're going to swap him into this position. And then for the Chancellor position, we'll put in the new Duke of Flanders. Alright, so that looks pretty good. I mean, a Marshal's not great. Currently organizing the army. Could have him train commanders instead. It does save us a lot of money, which is what we're really focusing on at the moment. So I think that's what where we should keep them. We did get the control up over here. Excellent. Gonna have this county here converted in 3 years at this point. Still collecting taxes, and we'll have to continue to do that because, again, we're waiting on the money. So I think that's the most important thing to do. And keeping our Spymaster support and schemes is probably the best thing for him as well. So yeah, everybody's in doing a good job. What we need them to do. Berta's going to be unhappy about not having a marriage here, but she's going to have to wait. And also, these two can get married. So Yetta can finally get married. And that does create that alliance with this duke here, which is the reason why we did it. So this is the character you might want to have him split his duchy. By changing up his vassal contract. He also has the low feudal levies currently. But yeah, we need to get some hooks, basically. We need to get hooks on all of our vassals. So that's something we're going to want to send our spy master to do as soon as we're done with these schemes. We might stop doing schemes and just instead have him work on finding secrets for the moment. Yeah, I think that's for the best. It looks like he just gave his son a title. That's interesting because I didn't expect him to get any. He's probably holding too many. Yeah, so he's granting them all out to his sons. Alright, so that's nice. Yeah, they all got counties. Although, unfortunately, he just made this one a baron. All the other ones were counts, the younger ones. So we can do this itching for a distraction event here. This will cost 50 gold, so don't want to do that. Let's do this one here. And we were just called into a conflict. Let me just pause this and take a look at what it is. And also, our attempt to abduct the Duchess might have been impacted by losing that character. Let me just take a look here if it's still high. Not as high as it was. Yeah, success chance could definitely be higher here. I don't really want to invite anybody unless we have a secret on somebody, which you probably don't. We haven't really been operating in that area at all. Acting on my behalf. My wife spends a significant amount of time traveling around with her honor guard. There are many matters she can settle on my behalf, and the military presence she brings with her is a firm reminder of my right to rule. So we can say my queen and I stand ready in defense of the realm, get some prestige, or instead make sure the people grovel appropriately, my dear, and get some more dread. I feel like that fits the character. We don't need 15 dread, but we'll get it back up to 100. So which conflict is this about? It's a Liberty War. Okay. So, I mean, we're going to certainly accept the call into it, but will we actually help out in it? It's the Duke of Toulouse here. Yeah, we're going to accept. But if she was to lose this, let me just pull into this, pull this conflict up here. So let's say she surrenders in this conflict. The crown authority of the Kingdom of France is reduced one step, and then she owes them all favors. And this is not bad for us. We actually want the, the crown authority to be reduced so that we can inherit those titles eventually. And so I'm actually fine with her losing this conflict. We want her to be in the limited crown authority. So we're not going to help out. She might call us out on that, and then maybe we'll pull the troops up and pretend to help out, but we're not going to help her win this. I am worried about her dying here, but she has had a child. Problem is, it's a daughter. A sickly daughter at that. Yeah, that's unfortunate. She's gotten over that wound, though. So there is that. This character won peace of mind by locking the bedding party out on their wedding night. Interesting. Okay, so hopefully they have another child here, because obviously she would inherit those duchies, but not the kingdom, which is what we want. So we'll see if this impacts their ability to have children and all, or potentially results in her getting injured again. You would think not, because I don't think she's out there leading her troops. So, all right, so we again got this event here. So we'll go with that one, explore the hills ourselves. And also, I never did look at that royal court event. See, we have a notification about. And we got an unpressed claim on this county here. Okay, so that's in Croatia. I don't think we'll be pressing that anytime soon either. If we had the money, if we weren't trying to save up to create that imperial title, then I would do some wars, because there's a ton of wars we can do. There's also a lot of titles we can create if we want to spend the money for that, but money's always an issue for us. We always have all these things we need to do. But the event here is the Unknown King. So you'll never believe what happened next, my guest says. Well, she won't stop talking about herself and all the things that have happened to her. In addition to her endless prattling, I'm at unease with the stranger speaking so informally to me. I try to excuse myself from the guest by telling her I have other matters and people to attend to, but she interrupts me asking what job I have or if I'm here to enjoy the good food like every other guest. So I managed to respond that I'm the king, and she realizes that and says, my sincerest apologies, my lord. I promise I'm not here to simply leech off your fortunes and eat like the king, I swear. It's just that your court's reputation is more talked about than your appearance, my lord. Might have seen this event before. When you say maybe they'll remember me if I make an example of you, might be what we end up doing here. We'll gain some more dread that we don't need. You could say, spread the word that I'm an accommodating host. I don't think we'd do that one. You get a nice renown though. You can say, I'll have a mandatory test for guests that they must pass to stay here. That might be something you do. Does all these result in renown? No, just these two here. That might be something we do. Kick her out as well. Or actually, I don't mind everyone not knowing who I am. Yeah, I don't think we'd do that one. So I think this is the best option here. We could do this one too. Either one of these two fits. This is a more pragmatic solution in the future, so I think that's one we're going to go with. And it gets you that nice renown, which you always want more renown. And this Dauphin of Provence here is going to be granting us 75 gold as he pays homage. That's going to help us out with our gold needs. And we're almost there, guys. Almost there. We only need 100 more, about 100 more. Court Grandeur's up to level 10 as well, so all the way up to the top. Excellent. So just take a look at what benefits we're gaining at level 10 now, which we are now the second most prestigious, grandest court in the world, only behind the Byzantine Empire. The Queen of France, her court is at number 5. So with that, we get the max personal schemes +1. All right, excellent. So with the extra personal scheme here, that means we might want to go ahead and sway somebody other than the Prince Bishop. And I already have an idea of who we should sway. Oh, well, that's interesting. We got a King of Tuscany now, so won't be making him a vassal. Not until we become an emperor. Alright, so yeah, he's formed the Kingdom of Tuscany. Alright, so that kind of messes up some of our plans a little bit, but yeah, a fellow king here now. Yeah, I think we should sway him, though it's not going to make a huge impact here. He's at -9. Improving his opinion would be helpful, though. A little bit, to a degree. I don't know if it would be enough, though. Not a high chance of success. Actually, would probably just decrease his opinion. Let me just take a look and see if that's even enough. Because you're getting a +28. So I think you can get a bit more, maybe 2 more points from this. Something like that. A few more points. Not enough. Again, as soon as we become the King of Italy, he'll likely be willing to accept normal feudal obligations. So I think we should just wait for that. Because yeah, we'll be forming that eventually. So you could increase opinions with them, like try. Let me see if there's any other characters that are close. That's probably it, guys. Almost everybody else around us at this point is a king. Of course, you got this character here, but he hates us, so we stole the artifact from him, insulted him. So obviously he's not very inclined to accept a vassalization offer. I think eventually just want to conquer him. In fact, maybe that'll be our first war once we decide to go to war. Could do it over an artifact, but yeah, we don't want to do that. Could do it over these claims here. None of these are directly beneficial to us, but yeah, you could do that to get some opinion increase with the Duke of Holland here. That'd be an option. Yeah, once we can do wars, we got a lot of choices. Yeah, there's nobody else that neighbors us that isn't already in a kingdom, it looks like. Just take a look at this character. There is this character. He's at war right now, so that's the reason why he's not an option. Oh, okay. So clearly... Oh, no. Okay, so he's helping out in the Liberty War. I was like, clearly he has a overlord. He doesn't. So he'd be an option. He really doesn't like us. Let me just take a look if swaying him would help. It's 51% chance. There's also this Prince Bishop over here. He's not likely to accept until we become the King of Italy. And can you not do it for Republic? Yeah, it doesn't look like it's an option. Okay, so yeah, he'd probably be the one that's most useful to do it with. As far as our powerful vassals go, you can also increase opinion with them. Make them less likely to join factions, though we kind of use our dread for that purpose. So we don't generally have too many people willing to operate against us. They're just terrified of us. Alright, so time has come to try and assassinate our rival here. Let's make it happen. And looks like we were successful. And so we lost the stress, gained that prestige. How far away are we from becoming a living legend? Pretty far. But we are exalted among men, as that gives you that nice +20. Yeah, becoming a living legend, I think, is our goal here at this point. I don't see why we wouldn't be able to achieve it as long as we don't have an early death. I mean, we're only 45 currently. And so we should also be able to execute this. I mean, it's 78% chance of success. We're going to try it out. And it looks like it worked out. So that's going to be the money right there when we ransom her. We get that 50 gold, and that's all we need currently. There's a betrothal offer for Berta, but remember, we're going to try and grant, have her go to the church. And so we're not going to accept that. We did get another level of devotion here. All right, excellent. So we got some more piety there. But still not enough, I think. We need 350 to have her go to the church. Yeah, we got that piety here from spouse is a patron of theologians. Got those courtly traits for our courtiers as well. And we have a giant who has just arrived in our court who'd make a fantastic vassal here, but man, we don't have the money. So, you know what? Let me pin this character because we want to hire him. So we're going to have to decline this betrothal offer. So there's the money that we needed, and thus we can now finally form an empire, right? Oh, we can't do it while we're at war. Oh, that would figure. That would figure. Watch something happen that stops us from doing this. Yeah, it's a real shame. So now I almost want to help her just to get this done with. I want her to lose the conflict, though. But maybe we can make her our vassal once we're an emperor. There's a chance. Yeah, it kind of sucks now, stuck here, waiting. And we lost our antiquarian. Okay, well, we have enough items that we really need to hire somebody for that position. And I don't know if we have anybody that's decent. Seems that we do. The one we married to the court tutor and court physician. She's got average skills, so why not? We'll point her. Alright, so now basically we're just waiting for this war to end. I really don't want to get involved with it, though. And the Duke of Upper Burgundy did create a faction against us. Of course he did. And so we'll have to see if anybody joins that. Got an entry perk here. So we can now get the fear tax. This is really nice because everybody who's intimidated or terrified of you gives you more levies and money. And everybody is intimidated or terrified of us practically. So that's going to result in a ton more money. Yeah, you can see that it already increased. I think we got like 8 more gold now. And we should have a lot more levies. Yeah, we're up to 14,000 something now. Alright, so that's fantastic news. Helping us out quite a bit. And apparently he's done with his war. He's almost willing to accept normal feudal obligations, so might as well wait. Yeah, I think we should just wait. Already working on improving his opinion, so we'll see if we can get there. Oh, well, that's interesting. We got an event here about the situation in Iberia. So, word of recent developments on the Iberian Peninsula has reached our court, promising an end to the conflicts that have plagued the region. Empress Maria has officially renounced any intention to unite the peninsula under a common crown and declared any who would that title illegitimate. The disparate realms molded by centuries of invasion and reconquest are now too entrenched to be united. Oh, well, that's interesting because she's an empress. Wow. So she gained all that renown, 10,000 renown. So basically it's over, I think. That unique mechanic they have down there, and the Empire of Hispania is permanently destroyed, but she already has an empire, so that means she won't be unifying it. Let me just take a look what's going on over here. I'm interested in her empire title. So she's just the Empress of Castile, is what she's declared. So yeah, you have another empress, and that means that she'll likely, well, you know she's going to have some goals on the territory we have here. But yeah, she'll likely be able to bring in other rulers, though I highly doubt this character is going to be willing to join. Yeah, you still have it divided based on the religion, but there's the problem here with France. She could accept it. I would highly doubt she would, but she could, technically, except being vassalized. Kings and queens aren't very likely, though. So I'll have to see. Now, remember, we still haven't created our hybrid culture. Kind of have put that off for now. And the Duchess of Lombardy just died. Okay, so that means our dynasty is now in control of that title. Our nephew has taken over. Okay. So yeah, he's now the Duke of Lombardy. Unfortunate for our brother. She died at a young age, only 37. She drowned. Terribly young age to go. So I feel bad for our brother here. So we now have an open position, and Provence is now a powerful vassal, and he'd make a good marshal. So what you might want to do is kind of rotate these around a little bit. I guess you could move him to this. He's better as a chancellor, but I think stewardship's a little bit more important. So I think that's probably the better way to go. And then you gotta reassign Duke Arnulf here to this position, which I believe he's at level 12, 13, something like that. So he should be right here. And then for the marshal, we'll put the Duke of Provence into this position. He is very unhappy. That'll help a little bit, but he still really doesn't like us, which is why he created that faction against us. Yeah, the cultural acceptance is hitting us kind of hard too. Okay. So I might want to improve opinion with him once we have an open slot here. Let's see if there's anything here that we need to be aware of. So yeah, I got to get his opinion up. It's a little bit harder now because that one powerful vassal doesn't like us. We can modify some contracts, and we should probably modify his, the Duke of Lombardy. We won't do our sons there. But yeah, we're going to use the hook here to modify his contract to get high taxes, and you see it gets us a bit more. And so that's helpful. Just get us a little bit more money. We have 300 for spending. We have to be careful that we don't spend that piety, but we can spend 300. And what I want to do, I don't want to declare any wars, because again, the whole reason why we can't create the empire right now is because of being at a war. And yeah, I really don't want to help out in this conflict. I just want it to end on its own. I'm hoping that she actually loses this, but they're kind of evenly matched. I think she'll lose, but I think it's going to take a long time. Yeah, it kind of sucks we got pulled into it right now of all times. But yeah, I definitely didn't want to decline it. We'll go ahead and ally with her nephew. Yeah, I don't think it would have been a good idea to decline and end the alliance there. That's not what we wanted to do either. Alright, so yeah, I think maybe creating a title. Now doing this, you know, costs money, so we got to make sure that we stay about the 1200. But we could go ahead and create some of these titles here. We don't need to create the Sardinia one, I don't think. This here makes you the rightful ruler of that one duke. So creating the Kingdom of Germany would increase opinion with many of our vassals, because they don't see us as their rightful liege, all the ones that are outside of our current kingdom of Lotharingia. And so that could boost opinion with a lot of vassals, while the Kingdom of Italy, we need that for trying to get some of these other characters into our empire. So Kingdom of Italy might be better to create first. Yeah, I kind of feel like we should do that one first. And I think we'll have plenty of time to get back up to 1200 before this war ends. So let's go ahead and create this. Because yeah, we're at 1080 currently. And so now we're the King of Italy, and this should allow us to more easier vassalize these characters here. So yeah, you can vassalize him. He'll accept almost high feudal obligations, but he'll definitely accept the normal. Very close to that, but his opinion's already very high. I don't think there's anything else we do to get him up to high, so we'll just do the normal. And he's almost there as well, -2. Alright, excellent. So, looking pretty good. Everybody's worried about the borders here. I feel like our borders look great. At this point, the only problem, of course, is Poland getting this duchy here. So I feel like maybe a war for that is going to be necessary in the future. And so somebody's wanting, this duke here is wanting to send us this courtier. Let me just take a look and see if he's any good at anything. I mean, he's not bad. He's a wise man. He's got good learning. He could also be trying to operate against us. That's always a chance. But you know what? I don't know if that's the case. He really likes us. So I know just the place for him. We'll join our court. I don't actually know just the place for him, but we could take a look, see if there's anything we'd want to do with him, like the antiquarian position, for instance. Yeah, he'd be really good at that because of the high learning. Yeah, we could put him in that position. Yeah, we'll go and do that. There's other positions too that you could do. And we have a lot of money. Well, let's appoint him here. I don't really care that we'll lose that opinion there. See what else we might want to do here. Might help us out a little bit since we do have so much money. We're doing fantastic there. I mean, Hyatt is always needed. You never have enough of it outside of certain characters. So we could put our daughter into this position until we get the piety. Yeah, you know what? Actually, let's do that. And that'll help us earn piety a little bit faster. We're invited to a hunt here, but yeah, we don't want to engage in the activities right now. I just want to get this dang war done with. Again, I'm very tempted to help out just to try and end it so that we can form the empire. Gerard's first resentment. So this is regarding our son. As I discuss some court affairs with him, he abruptly starts discussing his childhood. My beloved father, you must admit it, you never cared for me, not even when I was young. My dressing up was ruthlessly ridiculed. Is that love? So this is a play on that event, childhood event. Gerard struggles, shaking with emotion, but seems resolute. I despise you and hope never to see you again. I mean, he really doesn't despise us. This just seems like just a temper tantrum from a young man here. Because, yeah, he actually likes us. I've been in our court so long, he got that valued diplomatic courtier. And so that's really nice to have. Remember, he went down the the learning education, so he's doing the medicine focus currently. So he should live a long time. Anyway, we can say, from now on, you'll have what you need from me. And we'll give him a strong hook. Or just tell him to grow up, which is what I think we'd do as a Callous Raffle character. Grow up. It's time for you to grow up, son. Stop whining about what happened when you're like 4 years old. Gotta get over it, man. And think about who your father is. And we found out some rumors about Adelheid. This is our daughter, the Queen of Croatia. So since this character here has been spreading rumors about her, he's a courtier in our court. Or at least that's what Duke Gerard tells us. So we can spread even darker rumors about Adelheid so that all fear us. There's an intrigue challenge. And if we do this, we'll get intrigue lifestyle points, the blanket of fear modifier, increasing dread gain, and everyone at your court hears horrifying rumors about Queen Adelheid. We'll definitely be successful because 100% here. We can offer Maurice some coin to shut his mouth. We would never do that. Quietly find ruffians to beat him up. Might be something we do. And wound him. Again, he's just a courtier. And that just shows you how good of our knights are. Because he's not one of our knights, despite his very high prowess here. Or we can distance ourselves from the queen. I feel like we'd do this option. Yeah, I think we'd do this option, guys. Get that blanket of fear. Yeah, that definitely fits our character. They believe in tremble. Wonder what they're all hearing about her. She is deceitful and lustful. And they have had a son here, which remember they are of our dynasty. Alright, so we should be getting through that perk tree even quicker now. And we're able to sway the Duke as well. And let me take a look if that was enough to get him to join on normal feudal obligations. It was. Alright, so let's go and send that off. And then once he accepts that, looks like there's also a little rebellion going on right here. He's rebelling against the Duke of Piedmont. But we can go ahead and stop increasing opinion with him. Maybe work on somebody else instead. I know there was somebody I said I was going to work on. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe it was this guy. Yeah, probably. He really doesn't like us. So yeah, we can attempt to improve his opinion. What religion is he? Oh, he's Catholic. Is it a cultural thing? He disapproves of conversions. That's interesting. Yeah, I thought that, it made me think that he was a different religion, but no, he's Catholic. Alright, so what we want to do with him is boost his opinion sway. 66% chance of success, which is pretty high for Gerard. He's not the most likable character. We do have an alliance we can do here with our brother, because apparently his son gave him a title, or he gave himself a title. Well, he is not the regent for his son. Somebody else is, this character. Looks like the former Duchess's sister. It would make far more sense that his father was the regent, but maybe she placed her sister in charge because she didn't want another dynasty rule in there. I don't know. Alright guys, so unfortunately we'll have to end today's episode here as we're just waiting for this war to end so that we can create the imperial title. Real shame you can't do that in war. Yeah, just real bummer, guys. Yeah, that's the only thing we need to do now. Let's just get this war over with. And so therefore we do need to watch how we spend like piety and money for now until this is over. I think this war is going to last a while though. Yeah, unless somebody captures somebody in a war or in a siege. I think it's going to drag on for a long time. Because they're so closely matched. It's like he's going to finish this siege up here around the same time she finishes this siege here. And so yeah, I just don't think this is going to end anytime soon. Kind of shame. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I help out in this just so we can inform the Empire before something happens and we can't? I do want her to have lower crown authority. And another thing to consider here is that they have not had a son yet. And so right now they would still, our dynasty would still lose the crown here. We would only gain the duchies. We would not get the Kingdom of France. So something to consider there as well. So yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking in that regard. But yeah, we can't really do anything until we create this imperial title. I'm kind of like holding off on that. Like I don't want to start any other wars. We could do one while they're doing this conflict, I suppose. I mean, that'd be a choice. There's a lot of wars to do, guys. Or you could just sit and continue to earn money and then create these kingdom titles. We still need to create the Kingdom of Germany. And so that'd be a choice as well. Let me know what you guys are thinking. But unfortunately, do have to end today's episode here. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you guys on the next episode. And thanks for watching.